going to be a 45 Vinyasa flow. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. If there's any props that you might like, you could grab blocks, books, blankets, pillows, straps, scarves, ties, but you also don't need anything if you have nothing accessible to you. I'm going to practice without them. So you can see if I take any other modifications that do not utilize props. But let's get started. So find a nice comfortable seat, whatever it is that you find comfortable. And as I've said before, comfortable is different to everyone. Seated positions are not always the best. So utilize what you have if you want to elevate your hips with a blanket or a pillow. And then wherever you find your legs to be, mine are crossed, but maybe you want to sit upon your heels or have your legs extended. Begin to stack your vertebrae, one on top of the other. And I've noticed that as we start to do this, and I say lengthen through your spine, a lot of times we arch our back. We think that this is taller, but we're actually, since we're curving, we're losing a little bit. So tucking that tailbone under, begin to, once again, stack one on top of the other. Shoulders roll down, find yourself into space, and close your eyes. Begin to notice your natural breath. Begin to notice each inhale and each exhale as it enters and exits the body. Notice the effortless flow. And begin to do a body scan here. Notice any places that you may be holding on to physical tension. Any places that you'd like to release from. Acknowledge that tension. And give her permission to release. So I'm not saying let go right here, right now, because a lot of times when you hear the word let go, we hold on a little bit tighter. But just give yourself permission. Tell yourself it is okay to let go. And notice how maybe your grasp softens. I'm not saying you let go, it lets go, but it just softens. Beginning to release that chatter within the mind. My favorite thing is to grab that imaginary broom and sweep the space side to side, clearing out all the chatter. And if you're scared to clear it out completely, just sweep it into a closet, knowing that it'll be there for you whenever you want to come back to that chatter. But for this time, for this class, just continue to clean, sweep, 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 until you're left with a blank space. All that's left is you and your mat. Blank walls, blank ceiling, blank floor. And now bringing more attention to the breath, start the 3-part belly breath, your Dirga breath. Inhale through the nose, fill deeply into the belly. Let that breath flow in through the ribs, and then land in the chest. On the exhale, release from the chest first, lower through the ribs, and then finally the belly. So deep, full breaths here. Feeling your belly completely expand before it moves onto the ribs and then the chest. And on the exhale, releasing from the chest, ribs, and then finally release all that air from the belly until the navel draws up and in. And we release all of the air because it makes space for more breath on the next inhale. And just like we warm up our muscles in a stretch, we're warming up our lungs to get deeper and deeper into the breath. So it may feel a little more shallow to start with, but know that the more you practice, the more you warm up, the more you stretch, the deeper into that breath you'll go. Trying to stay soft through your muscles as we're focusing on the breath. Stay soft through the third eye and the jaw. And if there's any other breath that you want to layer on or move on to, feel free to take that. On your next inhale, though, begin to lengthen your crown a little bit more. So as we settle into our space, we sometimes shrink down a little. So lengthen once again. Exhale, chin towards your chest. Shoulders are rolling down, breathing into that upper back, through the neck, letting that head just fall, jaws soft, lips fall forward. And slowly starting some half neck circles, so roll one ear to one shoulder. Chin comes to chest, other ear to other shoulder. Starting to roll side to side. Moving at your own pace, knowing that if there's any tight areas that need some extra love, you can always pause and give them a couple more breaths before you move on. We're going to do one more to each side, and then find your chin towards your chest. Slowly begin to roll your head all the way up. On your next inhale, sweep the hands up. Connect at the palms, lower your hands down to the heart. Take a moment here and set an intention for yourself. Set an intention for the practice ahead. What are you looking to get out of today? Where would you like it to lead you? And maybe it's more than an intention. Maybe it's a dedication to someone or something. Whatever it is that you want to send your energy from this practice to. Breathe into that as well. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lengthen to that right. Exhale, start to lean over to the left. So just that bend in the elbow, but your elbow doesn't need to touch the floor. Maybe you just start to walk your arm out. But if you notice, there's a space between my shoulder and my ear. We're not creeping up. And if you are to turn your gaze up, you could see under your arm. So we want to keep our heart nice and open and our hips grounded. Really breathing from that hip through the side body, out of the fingertips. Inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, lengthen through that left. Exhale, start to lean. And you may notice a difference from side to side. So for instance, on this side, I notice that I tend to want to round forward. So I have to pull out slightly to make sure that I keep my heart open. I keep my side body really long. But gaze still wherever is comfortable. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, right hand to the outside of that left leg. Left fingers behind the tail. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, turn your torso, chest, gaze forward. Breathing into that twist in the spine as we stay long through the crown. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, let's switch the sides. So left hand to the outside of that right leg, right fingers behind the tail. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Stay long to that crown once again. So try not to round here looking down. Lengthen the entire time. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, we're going to rock ourselves forward, coming to a tabletop position. So I'm going to scoot my mat back, but you come to a tabletop. Hands on top, shoulders on top of the wrists, hips on top of the knees. Let's work our way through a couple of cow and cats here. So inhale, let that belly fall, tail rises, shoulders roll back, chest lifts, pulls forward. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tail, turn your gaze. Inhale, belly down, heart and tail lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, down. Exhale, round. So we're going to stay with this for a few more breaths. So if there's any extra movements that your body is calling for, so close your eyes, connect deep within the body. Maybe there's some swaying, some spiraling, whatever it is that the body needs. And maybe it wants the cow and the cat, and that's all that it wants. Allow it to stay there. Give yourself that permission to not feel the need to move more. Sometimes we always feel like, sometimes we feel like we need to move more, when what the body needs is what we're doing right then and there. It's so important to connect and to listen. Listen to ourselves. Listen to nature. Listen to others. I think one of the things is we can hear, but we don't always listen. Take one more round wherever you are, and then find yourself to a flat back. So we're going to do 3 bird dogs on each side. We're going to be alternating from side to side. So a bird dog is extending the left leg out to hip height or whatever leg, and then the opposite arm straight out. So we're just going to reach, inhale, exhale, bring it down. Inhale, other side. Engage that back body. Exhale, drop. So 2 more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. So as we're doing this, we're not letting that belly fall. Core stays strong. Inhale out. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands up just a handprint. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Curl your toes under. Press back into those heels. Just get a little stretch here through those feet. Send your weight slightly forward so then we can lift the hips up. Down dog. Shoulders are away from the ears. Fingertips press into the mat. Start to walk out your feet here. Bend one knee and then the other. Awakening up through that back body. Start to walk your feet up to meet the hands. Taking a ragdoll here, so a bend to the knee, your comfort level. Releasing the top half over the bottom half. Grabbing opposite hand to opposite elbow as we sway side to side. Rock heel to toe. Maybe you shrug your shoulders, shake your head. Let everything go. Release your hands down as you press into the heels and roll one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to standing. Once you get there, come to the top of your mat. So you're going to be at either side. I'm just going to face you. So your feet are going to be right under those hips. Lift your toes up, spread them wide. See if you can see your mat in between each toe. And with awareness, try and drop one toe down at a time. So we have nice wide feet here. Engage those leg muscles. Hips have a nice tilt forward. Palms are down by your sides, facing forward. Shoulders roll down. Lengthen through your crown. Close your eyes. Tadasana, your mountain stance. Feel your mountain. Feel how strong you are standing here still. Feel the calmness that comes with your mountain. Feel your strength. Feel how both are connected as one. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, straight arms flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So in a fold, you can have a bend to your knee. Press through your heels. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the left foot back. Drop the left knee, release to the top of the left foot. Right knee stacks upon that right ankle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands float down, curl your back toes, lift the back knee. Right foot comes back, hold in your plank, shoulders on top of those wrists. You can take a breath in here. Drop the knees. Creases of your elbows face forward as you drop all the way down. Hug those elbows by the side. Hands are by the upper ribs, elbows squeeze in. Shoulders roll down. Inhale, engage that back body so that you lift and lengthen. In your baby cobra, so you're still breathing here, don't hold your breath. You could lift your hands up. That's where you want to stay. Exhale down. Inhale, come through a table. Curl your toes. Down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Drop the right knee, release to the top of the right foot. Once again, knee stacks upon ankle. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands come down. Curl your back toes. Lift the back knee. Right foot steps up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot goes back. Drop the knee, releasing to the top of the right foot. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands come down. Curl your back toes, lift the knee. Inhale, right foot back. Hold in your plank. Crease of your elbows face forward, knees up or down. If your knees are up, come up onto your tiptoes. Hug those elbows by your side as you lower all the way down. Release to the tops of your feet, all 10 toes connected. Your thighs are connected. Your knees may be pressing off. Hands by the upper ribs. Elbows squeeze in. Shoulders roll down. Inhale to that baby cobra or press up a little bit higher using your palms for your cobra. Shoulders are down, heart is lifted. Slight bend to those elbows. Keep your gaze neutral. Lowering down. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Drop the right knee. Release to the top of the right foot. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hands come down. Curl your back toes. Lift the back knee. Send that right foot up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment here. Close your eyes. Check in with yourself. Notice if any chatter is returning. Return to the breath. Return to here. Return to now. Let yourself stay in your practice. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop your way back to a plank. So we're going to lower halfway for a chaturanga or all the way. That's completely up to you. Now you could try a chaturanga with your knees down. I'm going to take that for you today. Crease of your elbows face forward. Once again, if you're in a high plank, roll to your tiptoes. Bend the elbows to a 90 degree. Inhale, press up into any cobra, baby cobra, or up dog. Up dog, everything's off the ground but the tops of your feet and your palms. Shoulders away from the ears. Front body is nice and long. On your next exhale, curl the toes. Down dog. Take a few breaths here in your down dog. Maybe you walk out a little bit more. Fingers are spread wide. You're pressing into your fingertips to relieve some of the stress in your wrists. Shoulders are down. And lift those hips up as high as you can. Really lengthen through the spine. So it's okay if you have a bend to your knee or you're on your tiptoes. Our main goal is to find length in that spine. The heels will drop with time. Inhale, sweep the right toes up, but keep the hips square. So we're not coming up to lift those toes up to the sky. We want to keep that hip square to the earth. Your leg may drop down a little bit. Inhale here. Exhale, rock forward. Knee in towards your chest. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Crunch that oblique. Inhale back. Exhale, cross that midline, right knee to left elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, come forward, right knee in towards the chest. Looking in between your hands, plant that right foot down. Turning your left heel down, toes are going to turn in. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, we're going to pinwheel that left arm up and behind, finding your warrior two. So working on our alignment in our warrior two. Front heel, generally in line with our back arch. That right knee is stacked upon that right ankle, and it stays open towards our pinky toe. Hips are tucked, so we're not letting our belly fall to sink in. We want to stay long, even if that means we have to pull out slightly. So imagine like there's a rod coming out of the ceiling, through your crown, through your spine, coming out of your tail. You're in one straight line here. Arms float out, they're nice and long. Your front middle finger is in line with your back middle finger, so check that you're not bringing your arm forward or back. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them down. Notice your breath, notice your heart rate. It's a little warm in my basement this morning, so my heart rate's a little elevated, but connecting to the breath, it'll slow down. Maybe move on to your Ujjayi breath, where you have that slight constriction in the back of your throat. On the inhale, flip the palms, sweep the arms up, straighten that front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, sweep it up, straighten that leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do one more. Working with your breath. Notice any sensations flowing through the body. So notice if you sink in just a little bit more because we're warming up those muscles. Without going forward, we're going down. Looking over your front fingers, flip that right palm. Sweep the right fingers up as the left hand drops. So be mindful of that front knee. It tends to want to fall in as we take this. Keep that leg open. Energy comes through the toes, through the side body, shining out of those fingertips. Left hand could be gently placed on that back leg, or maybe you want to wrap around the back of your waist, reaching for your front pocket. Gaze up or down here. Completely up to you. Inhale, engage that core coming back to your warrior two. Bend your front elbow, hinge forward, right elbow to right knee. Left fingers are up nice and high. So your right hand is active like you're serving someone a plate of food, and you're not sinking into your shoulder. You're finding space throughout. We're gonna hold here for a couple of breaths. So if there's any other variation that you're looking for, please take that now. Couple of options. Staying here. You could take your right hand down to a block or to the floor. If you are reaching for the floor and you find yourself here, please pull out. Body awareness, body alignment. Release the ego and let your body fall where it needs to fall. Taking a half bind, bend that left elbow, palm faces out on your lower back. Hand down or to your knee, still gives you a half bind. Full bind, take that right hand under that right thigh to grab your hands together. Now as we find ourselves here, a lot of people will stay here a little bit rounded. What I do is I slide when I'm not so sticky. I slide my hands around to lift my heart. Remember to breathe. When things get challenging, our breath starts to stagger. But our breath is our strength, our breath is our peace. Another inhale wherever you are. On the exhale, slowly lift your warrior two. Breathe into those legs. They may be on fire, mine are. Inhale. Exhale, pinwheel, come into your lunge. Send that right foot back. Make your way through a vinyasa. Drop to your knees. Great toes come together, hips back towards the heels. Take a couple of breaths here. And just notice the way that your body is feeling. Maybe you take a drink of water. Or maybe you just need to slow your heart rate down. Once again, releasing any chatter that may have returned. On your next inhale, come to a table, and exhale to down dog. Inhale the left toes up. So again, we're keeping those hips square. We're not opening up to the side of the room, so dial it down. Inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, knee in towards your chest. Inhale back. Left knee to left elbow. Inhale back. Cross that midline. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale back. Draw that knee in towards your chest. Look in between your hands. Plant that left foot down. Drop the right heel down. Toes are going to turn in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pinwheel that right hand behind. So we're going to find our warrior two to this side. So, body alignment. Left heel in line with your back arch. Left knee stays open, so sometimes as we get tired, it wants to fall in. Keep it open towards your pinky toe. Tuck that tailbone so you're in that long line. Remember that post coming out of the ceiling, coming down your spine. Float those arms out. They are in line with one another. Roll your shoulders down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Flip the palms. Inhale, sweep the arms up, straighten your front leg. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. So we're going straight down. We're not coming forward. We're going straight back down to the earth. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. So we have two more for a total of 5. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And hold in your warrior two. Shoulders are down. Looking over your front fingers, flip that left hand. Left fingers reach, right hand drops. So again, checking your left knee, notice if it falls in, keep it open. Right fingers could stay to your back leg, or could wrap around the back of your waist, reaching for that front pocket. Gaze up or down. Nice deep breaths. Once again, maybe you lay it on the Ujjayi breath. Inhale back to your warrior two. Bend that left elbow, come forward. Left elbow to left knee. Right fingers are up nice and high. Left hand is active. And once again, there is space between the shoulder and the ear. Don't sink in. Taking your left hand here or all the way down. Half bind. Right elbow bends, comes to your lower back. Full bind. Sweep that left hand under. Grab your hands together and see if you can shimmy yourself up. Another inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to your warrior two. Don't give out of that leg. Big inhale. Exhale, pinwheel coming back to your lunge. Left foot goes back. Find yourself in your high plank. Lower two out. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Spread those fingers. Press the fingertips into the earth. Inhale, look in between your hands. Exhale, walk or step your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, sweep the hands. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, so we're going to move into a tree today as our balancing pose. So you have walls accessible to you, most likely, unless you're practicing outside, which would be awesome. But there's something else that I want you to try today. So some people don't feel like tree is that challenging, or some people really find it challenging. But if tree is one of those things that you're like, oh, she's doing tree, release that ego. I want you to feel everything about your tree. Feel your roots growing into the earth. Feel yourself lengthening, your branches growing. Maybe you close your eyes and you practice your balance with your eyes closed. Give yourself that challenge to keep you in the present moment. And never think that anything is too easy. It's all in your mindset. So maybe something is easy, it's enjoyable. Maybe make it more challenging. But not everything in life has to be challenging, so accept these things. And I'm rambling, so I apologize. Let's ground that right foot down. So imagine those roots growing deep into the earth, connecting into the earth. Imagine Earth's nutrients getting pulled in through that trunk of your leg. And now we're going to bring our left foot to its working place. So we have toes down, heel to ankle. We're going to start here. Find your drishti. Your drishti is your focal point. Hands come to your heart. Close your eyes. Notice if your balance already starts to get challenged because you're shutting off that sense. So you could stay here. You could open up your eyes and bring your foot to another place. We have calf. We have inner thigh. Or we have our hip crease. Taking your hands back to your heart. Find that drishti. Once you find your place, maybe you close your eyes again. And if you're finding it extra challenging with your eyes open, feel free to stay there. Letting your branches grow at any point. Find your breath. Another inhale. Begin to open your eyes if you've shut them. On the exhale, slowly release everything out. Give yourself a good little shake. And now, let's work to the other side. So ground that left foot down, grow roots. Once again, close your eyes. I want you to feel your roots growing from that foot into the earth. Feel your trunk of a leg. Bring that right toe, heel to ankle. Hands come to the heart. Find your drishti and close your eyes. I can tell you just this, I'm already wobbling as soon as my eyes are closed. There's something about that sensation, that sense of sight that can throw you off. Feel free to open up your eyes and take your foot to another working place. Eyes can be open, or you can start to close them again. And remember that balance is challenging on its own, so be gentle with yourself. If you fall out, you can get back in. And you're in the comfort of your own home. So have fun with it. Another inhale wherever you are. Opening up your eyes and slowly lower all the way down. Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, say bye. Exhale, swan. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back. So you're in your high plank. We're going to lower for a count of 5. So if you want to drop your knees, you can. If your knees are lifted, come up onto your tiptoes. We're going to hug those elbows by the ribs the entire time as we lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, give yourself a little windshield wiper, release those hands. Taking your hands under your shoulders, drop those legs, press up and back. Come to a child's pose for a breath or 2. Lift your torso all the way up, send your weight to one side, sweep your legs around out front. Come to the center of your mat and lower your back down. Knees are bent, feet are planted, palms are down by your sides. Press into your heels, lift those hips up, take a bridge. Hands can stay connected to the earth. You could interlace your fingers behind your back, maybe walking one shoulder under and then the other. Connecting to your belly breath. Releasing your hands, roll onto your tiptoes, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Draw your knees in towards your heart, giving yourself a little rock from side to side. We're going to take a quick twist here, so bring those knees in line with your hips, arms foot out to a T. Inhale. Exhale, let the knees fall to the right. Gaze can turn over the left. And it's okay if your shoulder doesn't touch the floor or if your knees don't. Inhale those knees up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, come up. Draw those knees in, gently rocking side to side. You can take a quick happy baby if that feels good. Remember to keep your lower back connected. Hands grab the outer feet, or you take that yogi toe grip to the great toes and you can rock side to side. Just a couple here. Draw those knees back in. Inhale, make a tight little ball. Bring your forward up to meet it. Exhale, slowly release out, letting one leg go, and then the other. Palms face up as they walk out of the shoulders, and close your eyes. Feel yourself melt into the space. Your toes relax and they soften. Your feet just lay out. Your calves and your thighs are melting away from the hips. The belly becomes soft and the shoulders roll down. Your jaw releases, maybe you want to move it around a little bit. Your mouth can stay open, if that's helpful. Eyelids are gently closed, and release your third eye, letting the scalp release along with it. Let yourself just be in this space, your mat holding you up. Begin to deepen your breath, inviting small movement into the body, some wiggling of the fingers, wiggling of the toes, rolling of the wrists and the ankles, a gentle rock of your head from side to side. Now slowly begin to make your way to your right side using one arm as a pillow, and place one hand over your heart. Pause here. An open heart feels all it needs to feel. Cry when it hurts, and at the end of your tears, you will see more clearly. Tears clear our eyes and our heart. Cry whenever you need to. Laugh often as you can. Laugh with friends, laugh out loud. The discoveries, the growth, the insights, the closeness, the sharing, the learning, don't have to be such serious, somber events. Truth is discovered most often in laughter. Bonds are formed. Love becomes unveiled. Cry a lot. Laugh a lot. Let life reveal its mysteries to you. Let love find you, course through you. Touch all you meet through your laughter and tears. The fortunate person is not the one who wins the lottery. That's luck. We find fortune when we open our hearts and learn the secret of life. Laughter and tears are the signs of an open heart. Coming to your last seated position, finding hands to heart center with a gentle bow to your head here. Feel the openness within your heart. Allow it to be open. And say something nice to yourself in this moment. Show love and gratitude to all those practicing with you and sharing their energy. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart, praying to always love compassionately. Bring our thumbs to our lips. praying to always speak truthfully. Finishing off with our thumbs to the third eye, praying to always see clearly. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderful and beautiful